For years, eggs have been the bad guy on the breakfast plate, right? The big worry? Cholesterol. But what if everything we thought we knew was, well, wrong? Today, we are absolutely going to crack this myth wide open.
Welcome to ValueVest Daily, where we analyze various hot topics related to health, food, and lifestyle. And boy, is this a hot topic. We're going to dive deep into the science to give you the clarity you need to make smart choices for your own health.
So, let's talk about cholesterol. For as long as I can remember, it's been painted as this supervillain, right? Public enemy number one for your heart. But is that the whole story? What if we've been pointing the finger at the wrong guy this whole time? Okay, before we get into the nitty-gritty, we gotta do the quick legal bit. Just a heads up, all this info is for educational purposes only. It is not medical advice. For that, you should always talk to your own doctor.
All right, let's get started. And we're going to begin by completely flipping the script on cholesterol. Forget the villain story. Turns out, it's actually one of your body's biggest, most unsung heroes. Yeah, you heard that right.
So what is this stuff anyway? At its core, cholesterol is this waxy, kind of fatty substance. And its main job? It's basically the key building block for every single cell in your entire body. And this analogy just nails it. Without cholesterol, your cells would have no structure. They'd just be floppy messes. Imagine trying to build a house with Jell-O instead of bricks. That's a body without cholesterol.
And trust me, it doesn't stop with just holding your cells together. This stuff is critical everywhere. We're talking brain function, heart health, hormone production, even your skin and bones depend on it.
Want to know how important it is? Get this, a full quarter, 25% of all the cholesterol in your body is packed right into your brain. That alone should tell you something, right? It's obviously doing something super important up there.
So what's it doing in the brain? Well, it creates something called the myelin sheath, which is basically insulation for your nerves. It's just like the rubber coating on your headphone wires. You take that away and what do you get? Static, total signal breakdown.
Okay, so if this stuff is so vital, where are we getting it from? The obvious answer seems to be our food, right? Well, the real answer might surprise you. It's actually a lot closer to home.
Turns out, your own body is an incredible cholesterol-making machine. The vast majority of it isn't from your diet at all. It's made right inside you. Your liver is the main powerhouse, churning out about half of your entire supply.
Let's put some numbers on that. About 80% of the cholesterol in your system is made by your own body. That means the food you eat, that's only responsible for about 20%. It's a much smaller piece of the puzzle than we've been led to believe. And here's the really cool part. Your body is smart. It's got this built-in regulatory system, kind of like a thermostat. So when you eat more cholesterol, what happens? Your liver just goes, okay, I see what's happening, and it slows down its own production. It keeps everything in balance.
So, if the cholesterol in our food isn't the bad guy we thought it was, then what is? What's actually causing the problems? It's time to unmask the real villains in our diet.
Okay, here's the lineup of the usual suspects. We're talking about large amounts of saturated and trans fats. You know, the stuff you find in lots of red and processed meats, full-fat dairy, fried foods, baked goods. That's what signals your body to go into overdrive and produce too much of that bad LDL cholesterol. Here's a great way to think about it. Eating too much of that stuff is like pouring maple syrup into your car's engine. It's just going to gum everything up, right? It slows the whole system down and makes it harder for your body to manage cholesterol properly.
Which brings us back to where we started. The egg. It's been on trial for decades, accused of being a cholesterol criminal. Well, today, court is in session, and we're about to hear the final verdict.
And the verdict is not guilty. That's right. On the charge of wrecking your cholesterol levels, the egg is officially exonerated. A mountain of new science is finally clearing its name.
And don't just take my word for it. Look at the data. A major recent study showed something incredible. When people who are already eating a healthy, low-saturated fat diet added 2 eggs a day, their bad LDL cholesterol actually went down by 8%, and their heart risk dropped by 12%. How amazing is that?
And it gets even better. Another study found that eating 2 eggs a day increased the good HDL cholesterol, that's the stuff that acts like a cleanup crew in your arteries, by 5%. So you're lowering the bad stuff and raising the good stuff. It's a total win-win.
So what does this all mean for you? What's the takeaway? It's simple. Fuel up smart, not scared. Stop worrying about the eggs and start focusing on the real issue,
cutting back on those saturated and trans fats from other foods. That's the real game changer.
Hey, if you found this useful and maybe a little eye-opening, please subscribe, like, and share ValueVest Daily to aware life-changing topic covering your health and happiness.
Hey, one more thing before you go. Please put in the comments if you want us to deep dive into any specific topic. We read all of them, and we would love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in.